Everything's ready, I think. Is it, though? Yes. Okay, here we go. Let us begin it in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS. Hide from me, no matter what occurs.
Do not put a leash on people.
Poor Chip.
I vote no to giant spiderwebs.
I also vote no. How much to shut it all down?
Therapy Thursday and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
The Whopper tastes better than Big Mac.
Yes, it's true. In a national taste test, 3 out of 4 chose the Burger King Whopper over the Big Mac. We bet you like
Whopper too. We do it like you do it at Burger King.
The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream.
The Morning Stream. You're soaking in it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to The Morning Stream. It's Thursday, September 20th, 2018. Scott Johnson, Brian Ibbett, bringing it to you. Woo!
We are. Yeah, that's right.
That's true, right? It's true. We're not making this up.
On a Thursday. And it's no longer Talk Like a Pirate Day, so stop it.
Listen, we didn't even do it yesterday at all.
Yeah, we really didn't. No, you know, it's funny. We did trivia last night, and we changed our team. So there are 8 rounds, and we did a different team name every round, and every round was, what's a pirate's favorite blank? And we really irritated the quizmaster. He does not like Talk Like a Pirate Day and does not like dad jokes. And, oh, well, I don't care.
Yeah, whatever, man. Stick it to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Find that guy in the crowd and go, yo, look at me. I got a wooden leg and a parrot on my shoulder. I'm a pirate. Yarr, and then just piss him off.
I give that guy a lot of crap, but he's actually a really good quizmaster. And I think he might even listen to the show now because he was into podcasting, doing podcasts himself. And I talked to him about this show early on. So who knows? He might be listening.
He left a voicemail last night and said this. He's a different guy.
What is that from anyway?
I don't know. I found some random link somewhere. I have no idea what that is. Hey, so here we are. We're doing it. We got a few things to get through here, folks. Every day I get questions about how's the puppy doing. How's the puppy doing? Well, the puppy's doing fine.
How's the puppy doing, Scott?
Well, we got a new phase we're in. We're in a new phase. It's called Hide from Scott, no matter what the cost. I don't know what that's about, but as soon as I walk into the room and go, come here, Boomer, like nice voice, kneeling down, being all, come here, it's all good, runs from me. Nobody else.
Really?
Me. I don't know why.
You're so intimidating.
I haven't done anything.
You're such a monster.
I guess
You're a threat.
So. Carter says, well, you forget that's how Rainer was too. And I said, I don't think she was that way with me. She may have been that with other people, but I've never had a dog not want to, even if I got a treat in my hand, she runs off. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just a phase.
She's a puppy. It's a phase.
You think that'll pass? That'll pass too, you're thinking?
I'm sure. This too shall pass. I think it's just a matter of you're the most dominant creature in the house.
Oh yeah. Well, Kim really is, but yes, sure.
Well, Kim really is. Let's all face it. Let's face it. Kim rules the roost, but
she's alpha dog.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine it's something that just takes some getting used to. Maybe. I mean, but she didn't start doing it until recently.
A couple days ago. Yeah. Just started. If I came in the room, go hide somewhere.
And it wasn't you didn't give her a yelling at because she peed on the carpet or
none of that. No scolding. The only thing I've done in the last few days that may have upset her is I made her walk for the first time. Took her on a walk, and she did fine. But maybe she didn't really like it, and now sees me as the thing that comes to get her to take her to walk again. I don't know.
My goodness, what dog doesn't like going for a walk? That's like
I agree.
For Daisy, that's crack. I mean, basically, you pick up the leash, and she is bouncing like the floor is on fire.
That's what Rainer does. She loses her mind. She can't wait to go on a walk. I take her every day, and so I thought, well, we'll have the same experience here. But maybe, I don't know, she didn't like the heights. Like, we got up on a bridge, and Rainer just trots through the bridge, no big deal. But the puppy kind of seemed to be super apprehensive about it being so high up and would, get away from the edges and go real slow and that sort of thing. So maybe that freaked her out. I don't know. Freaking Boomer, dude. You're a mystery wrapped in a riddle. What are you going to do? Hey, so Brian and I, in the mail, received something awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
A huge box full of, I don't know how many tees. Did we count these? 1, 2, 3, 4,
there were
5, 6,
20,
7,
I think, in my box, or
8,
18.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 or 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it includes everything. See if some of these names sound familiar to you people at home. Doomhammer. Harvest Moon. Interesting. Iron Forge. Yeah, that's very World of Warcrafty. How about the Kaldori Special?
The War Chief.
Yeah, the War Chief. Anyway, there obviously we've got a bit of a nerd on our hands, but this is a good friend of the show, Gwendolyn Gunn. And what I like about her email or her letter, this isn't an email, it's a paper letter that we received, is not only is it 2 pages of written text, but then there's this big bunch of stuff about the tea, giving us very distinct information about each tea, how it was extracted, where it comes from, why it's good, blah, blah, blah. She owns a little tea shop in a Montana town. You can learn more about this at phoenixpearltea.com. They ship too. They do ship, and we want to make sure to mention that. And there was a whole bunch of times during this letter where she's like, "No, you guys don't have to do it, but if you want to mention it, of course we're going to mention it on the show. Of course we're going to. I want to go there, let alone freaking mention it. I want to visit this town because it looks awesome.
It does, yeah. I mean, come on, it's Red Lodge, Montana.
Pretty great.
They do a game night every Thursday from 5 to 9. Tea tastings on Saturdays at 2 p.m. during the winter. I mean, again, phoenixpearltea.com.
Go check it out.
Yeah, their website's great.
Another nice thing is throughout here, by the way, she says, I've been listening to TMS since the beginning, since Charlie Sheen and Scooters. Wow. I was there for Mendoza, for Thickened Liquid, for Poop Bag Lady, for Brian having to take off his headphones and go throw up. I've tried to get up the gumption to send you guys some tea to taste for years. I've only called in once, but I've thought about it numerous times. Anyway, TMS has got me through some tough times, and I thank you profusely for your help. It's kept me sane. Seriously, thank you so much. And that's just a taste of the nicest letter ever.
Apparently, 2 of the nicest letters, because again, I got the same. I got the same 2 pages front and back, and it sounds like we got. I was thinking, all right, well, she'll take the same letter, put a different name at the top, dear Brian, dear Scott, and then blah blah blah. Right? No, I mean, it sounds like we got different things,
different letters, different stuff mentioned here, and the main theme is that apparently this show and frog panty stuff, generally speaking, Brian's Coverville, all of these things have played a huge role. What's a frog panty raid, do you figure? How do you work a frog panty raid out?
That's really what we should be, instead of FERT, we should be calling it the frog panty raid.
Oh, I like that. The frog panty raid. What's wrong with everybody? Or I'll do it. I'm doing one. I'm making my own raid. It's called the frog panty raid. You guys
are
all
join. The frog panty raid. Excellent. That should be what tomorrow's World of Warcraft stream is. The frog panty raid.
I like it a lot. So anyway, this letter, my wife sat down and read it and started crying. I'm like, what's the matter with you? And she goes, oh, this is the sweetest letter we've ever gotten. And it really is. So huge thanks to Miss Gunn. And thank you for all the teas. I whipped one up just now. It is the Black Orchid Aztec Vanilla Black. Because I'm kind of adverse to black teas, not really a fan. So I thought, let's see if this is good.
Yes.
Because according to her, it says the best vanilla black tea I've ever found. I've tried at least 30. It uses real Mexican vanilla bean with smooth Chinese black. If you want to make a latte out of this, like the House Masala Chai, it'll come out friggin' great. Anyway, it's awesome. I've been sipping at it. It's right here next to me. One thing I wanted to mention, she also packed in, I assume Brian got one of these. I don't know.
Yes. That is like the greatest tea infuser ever. It's the most brilliant design of the thing.
Yeah. Yes. So you fill it up with you got all your herbal hoo-ha in there, right? You put your hot water in, and then and then it's just like a little thing, and then you put it on top of your. I mean, a lot of people are hearing me say this going, duh, Scott, it's been around forever, but I've never seen one.
I've never seen one of these either. Yeah, so you put your tea, your hot water in there, let it steep, and then you just put that device on top of your glass, and there's a little pressure plate on the bottom that goes up and acts like a valve and dumps the tea into the glass.
Into the thing, exactly. And it's flawlessly just like does it, take it off, no dripping, put it away. It's so cool. Yeah. You didn't have to do this. You didn't have to send us this, but it's super sweet that you did.
No, she sent one of the ones you got is a pumpkin herbal masala called Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
That thing is fantastic.
Oh, I
think that so far is my favorite. And that requires you doing hot water and hot milk and mixing them and steeping the tea in both. And worth it. Worth every bit of time it takes to do that.
I'm down with that. If this tea shop was like in vicinity of me, I'd go to it every day and just sit down and have a chat and enjoy myself. So this is not this may sound like a giant paid endorsement or something. That's not what this is. We're just really impressed. I'm super impressed with the packaging, with the labeling. I've seen pictures of the inside of the store and what that whole place looks like, that town looks like. It just seems like the coolest dream come true. And I'm just blown away by the thoughtfulness. It was really kind of her to send us all this. So thank you so much. And again, you guys head on over to, wait, where is it? I don't want to lose it. I don't want to say it wrong. PhoenixPearlTea.com.
Yep.
Phoenix Pearl.
And if
tea.
you're a WoW player, you'll love the names of the teas that you find there.
Yeah. There's some really good, inside of all this like very nice stuff about how our shows make a difference in people's lives. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that's just great tea information. Like, don't overcook this. Make sure this thing's over in that thing. Make sure the temperature is exactly this, or else you're gonna blah blah blah. Like stuff I don't think about. This is great. So thank you. That was awesome. Totally appreciate it. And we'll certainly talk about these in the future as we try additional teas and make our recommendations.
For sure.
It's tea time. All right. Well, that's all I got.
No, you had, did you have something else? I guess not. Yeah,
I have to go to the dentist this morning. You want to hear about this fun deal that happened to me?
Yes. So what, I have to go at the beginning of October, so lay it on me, brother.
Are you just getting you're getting a cleaning? Is this your normal cleaning, or what's your deal?
No. I've got a spot on one of my teeth that they're a little worried about. So it's really weird. You'll notice that I have a missing tooth right here.
Yeah.
That was from a tooth that just did not fully densify, did not fully become a full-on dense hard tooth, and they didn't figure this out until about maybe 15 years ago. And the dentist, they're like looking at x-rays and like, wow, this tooth is it's really weird. It never really solidified in the center or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they took it out. Well, I've got another tooth that this dentist is now figuring out that's like, all right, well, there's just a spot on it that has that same issue. It could potentially, it'll really easily turn into a cavity, he says. And so I'm getting a drill and fill without even having a cavity. It's just a soft spot.
Oh, man. So because he's just worried about it. He doesn't want that to get worse.
Exactly.
Oh, dude. See, that's weird. This is what they told Nick when he had his baby teeth that we had to grind out because they were all soft and mushy and never solidified or never got full enamel or whatever. But that was just his baby teeth. His normal teeth came in okay. It makes sense that somebody out there, Brian Ibbett in this case, has you get weird teeth. It's fine. It's fine.
Thanks, yeah.
You're missing a tooth. I'm missing a tooth. Mine's gone for different reasons, but I got one in the back that's not there. No one ever noticed it because it's in the rear, but it's it's out of there. The one, okay, so here's what happened. I've had a crown for like 11 years back here, and no problems. Everything's good. Doing my duty, whatever. Nick comes home with these amazing, I forgot what they're called, but it's this bread that's like triple baked with like garlic on them, and they're kind of hard, but they're just amazing. So good. I forgot what they're called.
But they're bread?
Yeah, they're bread. But they're
like super hard, crusty outside bread then?
Yes, they're meant to be not so hard that you can't eat them, but crouton hard is how they are.
Okay. All right. I'm just I'm remembering the great beaver nugget fiasco of 2010 or whenever it was. But
right. Beaver nugget fiasco notwithstanding. That's beaver nugget's the one that broke the tooth next to it, and that one is now a crown, but it's but that crown's holding up. We're good there. So anyway, brings us home. and this is a while ago, and I was chewing it and eating it, and I came down hard on, I don't know what it was, may have been a seed or something, and I could tell I came down too hard on something. I just was like, oh, that kind of weirdly hurt. What was that about? Strange. Okay, I won't think about it. Nothing fell out. Looked in my mouth. It's all good. Tooth's just sitting there, thinking everything's fine. But it's a little sensitive and a little just, I don't know, it's not right. But it's still, as far as I can tell, looks fine. 3 days in or so, I'm eating a gummy bear, and the gummy bear comes out with a wedge of tooth. So apparently what I'd done is I had cracked it or broken it, and it still sat there in space.
Stayed in there, and you didn't even realize it. Like you kind of sensed that something.
Yeah, like something was wrong. So like a little wedge of tooth was like sitting in its place, but hadn't quite come out of its little puzzle space. And this gummy bear pulled out that piece. The gummy bear
helped it on its way, like
yes,
freed it from the shackles that were keeping it in your mouth.
And it's like a little slice of pie. If you looked at my teeth, it looks like a little, like someone went in and went and pulled out a piece of pie.
Really?
So it's just a corner of the tooth. It's right, kind of a pressure point of the high back end of this crown. Well, it never hurt really. First day, maybe a little sensitive to hot or cold, but after that, I mean, no big deal. It's mostly cement back there, so I'm not that worried about it, or haven't been. But then I noticed yesterday, I feel like I can feel a crack in the middle of it, and I'm like, all right, I can't have this thing blow up into a nightmare. I gotta go get this looked at.
Right. Oh, God.
Because I'm going to Ohio in a week. I don't want to be in Ohio and go, oh no, frickin', you don't want to have
find me an emergency dentist that I've never met before.
That sounds so bad. Just thinking about that sounds so bad. So I finally knuckled down, called the dentist, made an appointment today. Right after the show, we have to keep Wendy like as on time as possible, because right after the show, I have to head straight to the dentist, and I'm sure they're just going to grind it off and put a new one on there. The problem is it's going to hurt. It's really slow to numb back there. It doesn't ever really truly numb for me in the back. So
God, really?
Yeah, it just doesn't. He can go like triple dose.
Oh, that would already fills me with dread.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. Dentist stuff, dude. It sucks. No wonder they have a high suicide rate.
I don't think there's a scarier phrase to me than Novocaine doesn't work. Right? Like,
well, there's a whole generation of dudes, like my dad's generation. I know him and multiple people that were in his age range that go to the dentist and don't have any painkillers. I don't know what's going on with those guys.
Bite down on this leather strap. We're going to work on your teeth.
It really is like some old Wild West kind of way of doing teeth. John, the dude my mom's married to now, he's 80-something. He still won't get Novocaine. So he goes in for a thing. It's like, I'm getting a root canal. I'll just take it. He just takes it.
Is it because he just doesn't want to look like a sissy, or like he doesn't want
I don't know,
like he doesn't want the extra cost of the Novocaine, or
I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't want to look like a sissy in front of that hygienist.
And my dad never explained it either. They just didn't do it. And for me, I'm like, I'd almost prefer they just put me out for 2 days and don't even tell me what you did. I don't want to know. Yeah. So I'm a giant puss, I guess. But anyway, it'll take him like 3 shots. It still won't be totally numb. They'll be annoyed because they have to keep checking me and it's not numb enough yet. And he'll start grinding and it'll hurt and I'll have to go hand up and I'll go, okay, we'll give it another minute. Like, this is how this is going to go today. And then when they're finally done, they'll mill out a new tooth. They'll put it in and then he'll say, all right, well, there you go. And I'll pay $1,000 freaking dollars for a thing I hadn't planned on.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Maybe I wonder if I could cancel my appointment at the beginning of October. Is it too late? Can I just say, don't
usually
worry.
only need, like 24 hours? You'd be all right. Just tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got a thing. It came up. When do you want to reschedule? Oh, I don't know yet. I guess I'll call you. All right. Bye.
Yeah. I'll call you when I'm ready. How's that?
Oh, yeah. It sucks. It says here, Squishy Twitchy works in a dental office, says we don't use Novocaine in our office. Well, what do you use? What do you got there? I know there's some new laser things but that's only for, like, I'll bet you might get, Brian, you might actually get the laser thing, which is new.
It could be, yeah, because it's an easy tooth to get to, first of all, and it's not a cavity yet.
If it's the laser procedure, they don't numb you for that. It's super fast and painless. So it's very possible you're getting that.
I don't think so. No, I think he's even said, let's allow 45 minutes. We'll do 15 minutes just to get the Novocaine going in you, and then 30 minutes to do the the work. So I think I'm getting Novocaine.
Okay, so not a cold laser, they call it, squitchy twitchy.
Yeah, cold laser is what. Cold laser.
Squitchy titchy.
It sounds like something Star Trek, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The cold laser, Captain.
Bring him down to sick bay. We'll use cold laser on him. Beam this person directly to sick bay and get the cold laser ready.
For people yelling out laughing gas, I don't respond to it. I've had it before. It doesn't do anything to me. I just lay there going, I don't feel weird. Am I supposed to feel weird? Like, I don't like it because it doesn't feel like anything to me.
And I'm not 100% sure. Laughing gas is one of those things I don't understand. And I'm not going to like say, well, Scott, I don't know. Laughing gas doesn't numb you. No. It just makes...
This chills you out. It's just like
just chills you out,
Valium
right?
or something, yeah.
Like this sedate.
Yeah, so it's a like slight sedation. They use it for kids a lot. My kids completely react to it. They just get like all high and whacked out. And I remember when I was a kid, it would get me as well. But now, it's just not happening. And they're going to numb me so much that by the time I leave there, it'll still hurt because that nerve never seems to actually get numbed. But he'll have added so much Novocaine to my face that I'll be like, who was the Elephant Man? I can't remember.
Merrick?
Merrick. John Merrick. I'll just be like, and I won't be able to talk. It's a good thing I don't have any other shows today because I'd be completely screwed. I am not an animal. I am a human being with a cavity. Completely stressed about it. So, whatever.
Jackalope Ashley says, oh, I don't even know if I want to read this out loud.
What is it? Do it.
She says, to you, I have exactly the same issue. They have to give me a Novocaine shot under my tongue.
Hold on. How are they doing that? How can you put it under your tongue?
By lifting up your tongue and...
Oh, how do you not just have everything numb up and you can't breathe or swallow ever again or something?
Well, it's like instead of doing the gum line from the outside, I guess they go into the...
Oh. Oh. That's horrible.
Oh, yeah, we need to... Yeah. Maybe you and I both need to call now with Wendy today, like...
Oh. The roof of your mouth? Who does that? I never have trouble with the top. It's always the bottom I can't get numb. The top is no problem. He almost could just breathe Novocaine on me and I'd be going, oh, okay, I'm good. And then you just do it. I numb real easy on top. On the bottom, all my nerves are like, F you! They're little bastards.
Man.
Hate my nerves. All right, well, anyway.
You've got nerves.
Novocaine under the tongue. I can't think about that anymore. Let's move on to the news where we can think about something else.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Hey, it's the news brought to you by...
The WoW Stream Team is tomorrow. The WoW Stream Team. And Scott and crew are taking on more old deer for your enjoyment. Catch it at 12 noon Mountain Time at frogpants.tv.
This is all true, assuming I have a face left after today. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Aww.
It'll be fine. He's a good dentist. I like him. He's always, I always ask for him. I've had him for 15 years or something. I trust him. He's always got new tech. He's cool.
Yeah, he's the one. Oh God, you've talked about him on the show before. One of his assistants or hygienists listens to the show. Is that right?
Oh yeah, they did. I don't know if she still works there, but she did. There was somebody. She may still be there. I think it was one of their hygienists, and she listened to the show and didn't know what it was about at first and was like, what's this podcasting thing about? And apparently now is like a full-on fan. So if you're listening, I forgot your name. I hope next time I'm in there you don't stab me and hurt me.
Great.
Yeah.
Well said. Yeah.
I think I covered everything right there, didn't I? Yeah. I did. All right. Hey, we got a story here about a husband. We're both one of those, so this could be good for us.
All right. We could relate to this. The husband part, anyway.
Just the husband part. Husband was arrested for walking a wife with dementia on a dog leash at a fair. Doesn't seem like the thing he ought to be doing. I mean,
no.
Look, I understand that dementia means that they're harder to manage, that they become kind of like a toddler, and you do have to sort of keep a better eye on them, and you kind of have to manage them better, and you don't want to just be house-ridden for the rest of your life. Like, all of that stuff, I totally understand, but there's something about a leash. And I see people put their kids on leashes all the time, and nobody seems to care about that. So maybe this shouldn't matter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's...
If it's okay for your kids, why is it not okay for an old person?
It just feels so insulting. I mean, I know dementia. If you, yeah, I mean, if that's the only way that you can keep your wife from hurting herself. Now, I can't even justify that. I think that just sounds so cruel and not condescending. Well, condescending, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if she doesn't
hold her hand and walk with her down the fairgrounds. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if I had somebody with dementia in my life, maybe I'd feel differently. But right now, it feels a little insulting. But if I guess I can't. I don't know until I've walked in this guy's boots.
Oh, have you looked at the picture of this guy?
No, he's 66.
Go to that website, and then oh, good lord!
All right, let's take a look here. What do we got?
I'm putting a link.
Oh
in the
my
chat
gosh, dude, he is not happy.
Yeah,
he's not
Something
happy.
tells me he probably had the leash on her before.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him a benefit of the doubt, but I'm not sure I can anymore. Anyway, a man was arrested in Pennsylvania. That's where the American vampires live. For using a dog leash to walk his wife, who has late-stage dementia, according to police. Walter William Walford Sr., the WWW there. WW3. No, W3. I don't know, whatever. He's age 66. He's the World Wide Web. Of Hagerstown. Well, that's an appropriate name of a town, right? Was charged. Hagers? Is it Hagerstown?
I would pronounce it Hagerstown, yeah.
Maybe it's Hagarstown. No, Hagers. Anyway, was charged with 1 count of simple assault. Simple assault. That's interesting.
Well, because if you read on, it looks like he yanked the leash.
Oh, well, like you do with a dog if he's being rude or whatever.
Right.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying I could see him doing this the way you would with a dog or something.
Yeah.
A witness told police he saw him leading his wife, Catherine, around the fairgrounds with a red nylon dog leash about 8 feet long. At one point, Walford was spotted yanking the leash, causing his wife's head to move backwards and for her to sustain red marks around her throat area. Well, yeah, it's a leash. This is what happens. Responding cops noted Catherine's condition as she was being treated by medical personnel at the fair. She was very disoriented, did not know where she was, her own name, and spoke in gibberish, says the township police. Walford told police he took his wife to the fair last year without a leash, but she wandered away from him, prompting him to have the idea to restrain her. Walter told me that he originally placed the leash around her waist, but somehow it had moved up around her neck. How big is this leash? How big is the collar? If it was around her waist,
how did it get around her arms? Like, how did it go? It was around her waist and then somehow moved up around her neck?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't think you know how the body works, Walter.
Yeah. Says
it just slipped from her waist up to around her neck. I don't know how it happened.
He claims he gently tugged on the leash so she would stop. Why the okay, here's where my big disconnect is.
Yeah.
I get that you want to, it's like, well, let's go outside, honey. We're too cooped up and, you need to get some fresh air. I get that. Why the fair? It's a crowded, stinky, elbow to elbow mess. Why would you take your chronically ill, late stage dementia wife to the fair?
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's something that they used to do together, something that, they enjoyed together, I mean.
But she doesn't even know where she's at.
He looks like he just loves the fair. I'm sure many people at the carnival paid to see this guy.
Come see the grumpy man.
Come see Grumpy Man. $1 gets you to look at the Grumpy Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That part doesn't surprise me. I would just think, hold her hand, guide her like a human being down the fairgrounds.
Or go to the mall. Just go to the mall.
Yeah.
She doesn't know she's there. She doesn't know where she is.
Right.
Go to the mall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the mall's fine too, but still, I mean,
the mall's a place you can sit, and there are.
You may feel like, if he feels like that's the only way that he can control her. The problem is that isn't just her feelings, but the fact that everybody that they walk by is going to look at him leading her around on a leash.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's weird, man. It's freaking weird.
Yeah, wheelchair. Oh my gosh, exactly, Icor. Why not a wheelchair? Jeez.
That's what they make those for. Would you have to strap her in though, so she wouldn't get up and run?
I don't know.
That's better than a leash, I think.
Yeah. Oh, by far. And you can, if that is the worry, if she's gonna hop out of there and run around, be a danger to herself, then yeah, you maybe have a seat belt and covered up with a nice blanket, a nice shawl, a nice Afghan.
Yeah, an Afghan shawl. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
not impressed with this guy at all.
No, Lesarge says, how fast can an old lady run? Jeez, Lesarge.
Well, from this guy,
yeah,
it's never fast enough.
Yeah.
From the looks of this guy.
It does feel like this is one of those situations, because I don't have any direct experience with it. I feel like I can't judge too harshly, but it does seem a little wacky. Having her on a leash seems wacky. Hey, let's talk about Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado connection.
There is a video floating around of Colorado's mascot shooting himself between the belt, or below the belt rather, with a t-shirt cannon, and it's pretty funny. This is your Chip the Buffalo.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Chip?
I think so. I think that's CSU. CU. Yeah, the CU Buffaloes, of course.
Okay.
For whatever, I never thought his name was. I guess Ralphie is the actual buffalo that runs around when there's a touchdown. They have an actual buffalo that will run around the field, but Chip the Buffalo, I always thought his name was Ralphie as well, the mascot.
So hold on, an actual buffalo gets to run around on the fild?
Yeah.
A real live buffalo, wow.
A real live buffalo.
You might say
they use the whole buffalo.
Use the whole buffalo, yeah. All right, well, let's take a look at this video. I'm going to play this here and see what happens. Okay, so you got, oh, jeez. That looked like it hurt.
Right into it? Okay, hold on.
It looks like it hurt. It jumps right into it. He goes, flunk, right into his groin. I don't think he's kidding. I think he's serious. I think that looks like it hurts.
I know, they always play up like, like they'll bonk themselves on the head with a baseball bat and wander around dizzy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, that looks...
Looked like he really nailed it.
He just drops.
Yeah.
He drops like Maud Flanders.
Yeah. Oh, look at that, right in the freaking groin.
So it backfired, like it shot the t-shirt out of the wrong end or something?
He's got it aimed wrong, and maybe he thought he was being funny to start with, but it looks like he's trying to just do it legit, and the thing fires. I can't stop watching it. I gotta turn that
poor
off.
Chip.
Yeah, poor Chip. Won't anyone think of Chip? Yeah. Do you guys have like you don't have like an actual state mascot though? It'd only be a school thing. Do you guys have one of those? We don't have one.
Like
but
state mascot?
Yeah.
Isn't the bumblebee your state mascot?
Well, it's like a symbol, right? They're not the bumblebee. It's a beehive.
The seagull.
It's a beehive. So it's like
the beehive. Okay.
Beehive state. It's as busy as a beehive is what everyone says.
Sure.
Little worker bees flying
Colorado.
around. Do you guys have
mascot.
One of those? Like it's the.
I feel like we should, but I'm not finding anything online. Because unfortunately, when I type in Colorado State mascot, I get Cam the Ram, who's the CSU mascot.
Right.
Colorado mascot, Ralphie the Buffalo. There he is, right there, getting trotted around the field. If you want to see, just look for. Here you go. I'll put a little link in the.
Symbols, emblems, and mascots. Apparently, it's not like you have to have a mascot, but there is a. You might have a symbol.
Is there a page that talks about?
Yeah. So, for example, let's see, Colorado state symbols.
Okay.
Y'all got. Let's see.
Yeah. So we have what, the lark bunting and the columbine flower and. Do
you know what your song is?
Yes, it's something. The lyrics are "Where a man can walk a mile high."
Incorrect.
Colorado, where the wind goes sweeping down the plain.
You have two songs, it says. You have Where the Columbines Grow and Rocky Mountain High by John Denver. It says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that first one that has Where a Man Can Walk a Mile High.
Yeah, your tree is the Colorado blue spruce. Your grass is the blue grama grass.
Blue grandma grass?
Grass. Yeah, it's
grandma
hard to
grass?
grandma grass.
Blue grandma grass?
Yeah, ask Crazy Neighbor. He's probably got a whole pipe full of it.
That's an interesting strain, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Your animal is the big Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep.
Well, there we go. There's our state animals.
There you go. So that's as close as you're probably going to go. Well, you get a bird.
I thought we had the lark bunting. No,
you do for the bird. So you have a bird, you have an animal, and you have a fish. Would you like to know what your fish is?
Hold on. It's got to be the trout, the rainbow trout.
Close. Greenback cutthroat trout.
Okay.
Never heard of that.
I know it was a trout.
And it says here your flag is the state flag.
Oh, good. Our flag is the state. Our Colorado flag is the state flag.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see.
3 cheers for that website.
Utah.
Is this a Wikipedia page?
No, it's some site called Reference Desk, 50 State Guide, ereferencedesk.com. I assume all this is real.
Okay. Sure.
We have a bird, the California gull. That's the one I told you about because it ate all those damn things. The astronomical symbol is the beehive cluster. And let's see.
Wait. You have a state astronomical symbol?
Mm-hmm. We do. That's what it says. Beehive cluster. And then our emblem is the beehive.
Yeah, okay.
Our firearm is the John M. Browning designed M1 1911 automatic pistol.
We have a state gun.
We have a state gun. I didn't know that. We also have a trout. Bonneville cutthroat trout is ours.
Okay.
Flower, seagull lily. Let's see. Folk dance is a square dance. Wait,
your flower is also a seagull lily?
Yeah, seagull lily. Not seagull.
Okay.
Seagull.
Oh, okay. That was the seagull lily.
No.
We love seagulls and bees. Find every animal that contains the word seagull or bee.
You don't. For some reason, you don't have one of these, but we do. It's a historic vegetable. Ours is the sugar beet. I don't think I've ever had a sugar beet. I don't even know what a sugar beet is. What is a sugar beet?
So sugar comes from both the canes and also the beets.
Oh.
And sugar beets are popular here, especially in Brush, where my stepdad's school mascot was the beet farmer. Or not the beet farmer, but the beet digger.
Beet diggers. And we have beet diggers here, so that must be why.
Yeah.
Meaning that we have teams called the beet diggers as well.
Right, exactly. Yes, the beet diggers.
All right.
Yes.
Final one here
It'd
is...
be better. I wish it was the beet farmers, man. I love the beet farmers. The band, that is.
Our, let's see, where is it? Our song is Utah, This Is the Place. I have no idea what that is.
It sounds like something written by the tourism board.
Yeah, it does to me
Utah,
as well.
This is the
place.
Yeah, can't you pick? You got to picture Joe Esposito singing that one.
Utah
around. Utah is the place you found.
Exactly. Our mineral is copper. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a fun detour that we took there. Anyway, this guy hit himself in the nuts, and it was funny. That's the story.
For Chip.
Yeah.
Now, instead of a buffalo, he's he's now the piglet mascot.
There you go.
Hi kids. How are you?
Colorado has the 8th most popular flag, SoCal Fab Lab. What does that mean?
How does that? How is it a most who ranks the most popular flags in the U.S.?
I don't know. You just is there a list? I can just look at them and go, oh, that one's cool.
6th most popular flag. Who's all right? I'm going to guess the top 5.
All right, do it. I'll see if I can find something.
We're talking states, right?
Yeah, most.
Yeah, see if you can find the list. Number 1 has got to be, if we're talking states, number 1 has got to be the Don't Tread on Me, the California.
Well, according to the list I just found, Colorado's number 1. With your cool looking C with the yellow and that. That's actually a pretty cool flag.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool flag. I have a really cool. Oh no, I guess the Don't Tread on Me was a Gadsden flag. Doesn't the? I guess it's just a bear.
Ours are
New Hampshire uses the. All right, New Hampshire uses the Gadsden flag, but California has the bear.
Ours could not be more boring.
Yeah, no, I've got a really cool T-shirt where the inner part of the C is the Millennium Falcon.
No
so
way.
it's like a Star Wars and Colorado shirt.
Okay, that's great.
It's awesome.
I freaking love that. That's
I
awesome.
wear it to every premiere.
Every premiere, see?
Every premiere. I wear it to solo, you see? Wear it to solo.
Yeah. I'm looking here and I don't see... Oh, wow. Arizona's is cool. California's is pretty cool.
I just don't understand how you come up with a list of the most popular flags.
I
Like,
don't
is
either.
there a do they go to flag stores around the country and say, which one do you sell the most of? Because wouldn't it just be the local one?
Yeah, I don't know what. This is a really obtuse kind of thing. Maybe it's just websites saying, hey, here's what we think are the coolest. Like Wisconsin, or let's see, what's the worst they say? According to the list I found on Thrillist.com.
Thanks to Pops and Recline for posting that one.
Yeah. Oh, I Googled it. I didn't realize he did.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. My mouse just died. Where's my mouse? What is with my mouse lately? Hold on.
Wow. Poor Maryland, the least popular U.S. flag.
Yeah, there it is. Maryland. Because it's all dumb looking. It looks like four
really
flags. That's super dumb.
Like, exactly. It's like they had an argument over, we're going to go yellow, black. No, we're going to go red and white with crosses. We'll do them both.
They don't like Idaho's. They don't like New Jersey's. Where's Utah on this? Got to be
So many of these are just the state seal with a colored background.
Yeah. Mississippi just won't get rid of the General Lee symbol thing. The what's it called? Union. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. The what's it called?
The Union, not the Union Jack. The Jolly or
Jolly Rancher. Jolly
not
Rancher.
the Jolly Roger.
Jolly Roger. Gentleman Jim. The Jesus Von Jesper Jam.
The Stars and Bars. Is that what it's called? I guess. I didn't know that was the name. That didn't sound right.
No, that's not Confederate Battle Flag. That's it.
Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah.
The Jolly Rancher. Okay.
Yeah, looking at these, it's kind of. I'm not surprised Colorado has a popular state flag because Arizona's is cool. I like the star with the stripes coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
The California Republic with the bear. Kind of, if you put the R backwards, it totally would just be a Russian flag because you got the bear, you got a star, you got the words California Republic.
This thing is everything about these reviews are just rude to every state. They're not nice.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, F these guys. Screw you, Thrillist.
Alaska has the Big Dipper. Wyoming has a buffalo. So Colorado is 5th on the Thrillist list.
Yeah.
New Mexico. I like the New Mexico flag too. I like that the symbol with the almost like the 4 hands reaching out in all 4 directions.
Yeah. Kind of like the Arizona one looks like propaganda, but I like it. It's cool.
South Carolina. Yeah, see, I don't understand why South Carolina's is number 1 on this list.
Oh, what's the matter, Brian? You don't like blank clip art randomly placed?
It is totally like...
That's what it
Find
is.
me a picture of a tree and a moon.
Where's where's the tool in Photoshop that has shapes in it? I'm pretty sure they're vector.
It's just a random tree floating in blue space under a moon.
Freevectors.com somebody went to there. Lame.
Yeah, and Alabama is an X. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Fibble. It's just a big boring X.
Well, they're just saying...
New Mexico belongs in the top 5, but you really, come on, Colorado. That's great. It looks like it's a very cool Pac-Man almost.
Yeah,
a red
like
Pac-Man eating a big dot.
It's got really bold shapes and contrast, and I think it's a good...
It does.
I think you can proudly say your flag is probably the best flag. So good job.
I think so.
Good job, Brian. You've done well.
You succeeded.
Let's talk about a thing that we've talked a lot about spiders lately. I got one more good one for you here.
Okay.
Giant spiderweb cloaks an entire hunk of land in Greece. Entire coast of this Grecian island covered in spiderwebs. A vast area of greenery has been covered by the web. Get it? Experts say it is a seasonal phenomenon caused by the Tatragantha spiders, I think is how that is said, which can build large nests for mating. An increase in the mosquito population is also thought to have contributed to the rise in the number of spiders. A professor of molecular biology and genetics at Demokritos University of Thrace. That's a great name.
That is. Of Thrace.
Of Thrace.
It's absolutely a Westeros town.
Oh,
right?
big time. Yeah. We're going to Thrace before the king arrives.
That's right.
Says high temperatures,
your forces in Thrace.
sufficient humidity, and food created the ideal conditions for the species to reproduce in large numbers. So chat room, I'm now going to show you this. They say that the spiders will have their party and then die. So this isn't expected to be a long-term phenomenon, but if you look at this photo, that's spider webs. Look at that, dude.
My goodness.
I would. You don't want to go hang out on that beach, do you?
Nope. Nope.
Honey, bring a picnic. We're going down to Spiderweb Cove.
What do tetragnatha spiders look like? Do I
Oh,
even
do I
want to
even
Google
wanna
search
know?
this?
Do I want to know? Oh, I would die. Just having to stand there. Get a picture near there.
They're also known as long-jawed orb weavers.
Long-jawed orb weavers.
They're interesting. They look long and they almost look like.
I don't like them. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like those front legs stretching out like that.
Yeah, with the big furry pipe cleaner looking joints.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
not interested.
All right.
I don't like anything called an orb weaver because
Oh, see,
orb
orb
sounds like
weavers
a,
are cool,
but it sounds
though.
like a fat back end full of baby spiders, doesn't it? An orb. I mean, what's their deal?
Kind of, yeah, I can see that. Sure.
Why are they cool? Like, I don't want.
Because they make those cool traditional, like they make the spider webs that people think of when they think of spider webs. That all the lines radiate from the center, and then the perfectly, spaced concentric lines going around it, and the dew hits it just right, and it's like, okay, that looks cool. And then they hang out, all kind of bunched up in the middle of it, and wait for a fly to land in there.
Scary, dude. By the way, it says here they can get up to 6 inches long, toe to toe. That's awful.
Huh?
6 inches too much. That's too
Yeah.
much.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No thanks.
Not interested at all.
Yeah, but orb weavers are kind of. I mean, you look at them and stuff. They are spiky and.
Yeah, they're scary looking.
Yeah, we don't get the kind. We get the. Looks like the ones we get are the angulate orb weavers, which are kind of orange, brown, bulbous, totally harmless to humans. They just hang out.
How do you feel about a spider in the house? Do you let it out or do you kill it?
No, if it makes it into the house, its days are numbered. Its
Okay.
hours are numbered.
All right, that's the rule.
Outside, I'll leave them alone. Whatever. Totally fine. But you come in the house and yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of went with you there. My wife is absolutely with you. In fact, if it's within 100 yards of the house, she's like, kill it, get rid of it.
Crazy neighbor. This freaks us out every time we see it. Crazy neighbor finds a spider in her house.
Mm-hmm.
She picks it up with her hands and takes it outside.
Oh.
And I'm not talking about picks it up with her hands holding a cup or a napkin. No, picks the spider up with her hands and takes it outside.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
Why?
And we watch this thing,
Oh.
and we're like, our flesh just wants to crawl right off our bones.
Oh, gosh.
Ugh.
Ugh. It doesn't even matter if it's like a Danny Longleg or something. I can't do it, dude.
Yeah. Nope.
Just can't do spiders. Can't do it.
Nope.
I had a
And
tarantula when I was young.
These are usually wolf spiders. Like we have wolf spiders are probably our most prevalent spider over here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get those really massive, like those almost tarantula looking wolf spiders. Pops in her glass. Does she kiss it goodbye too?
I can't think of what wolf spiders look like, but I think that's what we get too. Hold on, wolf spider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get these.
Yeah.
I don't like these either. They're just evil looking. Look at his little beady eyes and his big nasty teeth. Look at this thing, you guys. This is a Western States spider right here. We get these all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Brian's right. Sometimes they're huge. This guy's hand right here, that's how big they can get. That's awful. I don't know why that person would hold that. Oh, I'd rather die. I'd rather freaking die.
Probably a crazy neighbor right there.
I can't
Yeah,
do
and
it.
they carry their babies on their back. Like, there's all these pictures of the back of one of these things covered with 1,000 little babies.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
That seems...
It's in that same Google image search that you just pulled up.
Here's a close-up of his face, chat room. Look at that. Yeah, I know. I've ruined your day. Ruined my day. Anyway, that'll go away with time. Final note here. A guy shut down the Phoenix airport.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But he paid the $52 fine. Thinking they had to reassess how much that fine is. That seems too low.
Exactly. It really was just a parking thing, but he... yeah. But it did this whole like chain of events that caused flights to get canceled or delayed. It was
yeah, they put everything on hold. So here's the deal. They had a whole lockdown, security lockdown of the airport. And the reason it happened was because of a parking goof. Neither the 29-year-old man who drove the rental car nor his 19-year-old female companion. Oh, I see a 10-year difference there. I see what you're doing there, Mr. 29. Have not been publicly identified. The man was issued a civil parking ticket for prohibited parking per sign or red curb. Carried a $52 fine. The fine is aside from the $75 towing fee he must also pay, so he also owes that. No other charges are being sought at this time, says the Phoenix police. They didn't offer too many details about the mayhem. Roughly 300 flights were delayed. Dozens were canceled. Travelers were stopped in their tracks in Phoenix, left waiting for their connections thousands of miles away.
Jeez.
They don't really get into what he did.
Right. I mean, he parked, from what I can tell, he parked at a quote unquote red curb, which is the, no, you cannot park here. Wasn't even his car, it was a rental car. And he parked at the red curb. Both of them went inside, I guess. And they deemed that car was suspicious. Nobody claimed it. And they cleared the airport.
Yeah.
It also kind of says maybe they need a better method for checking cars or something.
Yeah, and they needed to maybe make it so that you don't shut down the entire airport for stuff like this, or I don't know, something. That seems dumb. It seems now like some idiot kid can go do this and just screw up everyone's day.
Right,
exactly. Good job, Phoenix. Well done. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Wendy will be here. We're taking your calls. That's right, your calls. Get your phones ready and write this number down, 801-471-0462. And you'll be able to call into the show live and ask Wendy a question. It could be of any nature or sort, so get on that. She'll be here shortly. Before that, though, music from Brian. Brian, what do you got there?
Yes, I've got music from Oslo, Norway. This is a band called Karma Fire. You can find out more